At this time, we move to the consent agenda. The consent agenda is a means of expediting routine matters which come before the commission for approval. The consent portion of the agenda is approved by one non-debatable motion. If any commissioner wishes to remove an item from the consent portion of the agenda, that item becomes the first order of business on the regular agenda.
Chair Pro Tem, I would like to make a motion to approve the consent agenda consisting of item A, consideration of auditor approved claims for payment for March 22nd, 2017 through April 4 of 2017. Item B, consideration of regular commission meeting minutes of March 21st, 2017. Item C, consideration of administrative adjustments for real property. Item D, consideration of administrative adjustments personal property. And finally, item E, consideration of application for settlement or deferral of property taxes, of which there are 5.
Thank you. I'll go ahead and second the motion. All in favor? Aye. Motion passes. Now we go to our regular agenda item for consideration. The first item is consideration for purchase request, and that's marked here. There he is. From the clerk auditor's office.
We just have one item today, and it's for the emergency services department, and this is for night optics for some thermal imaging binoculars, and though this is for $11,936, and it is for the grant money that we get for the 5 counties from the WMD grant money. So that's the only one we have for today.
So if we approve this, can the commissioners borrow those every once in a while?
Talk to emergency services.
Okay.
If it's an emergency.
I make a motion that we approve the purchase request for night vision goggles for emergency operations as presented by Mark.
I'll second that. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The second item is consideration of proclamation number 2017-4, proclaiming April 4th, 2017 as a National Service Recognition Day in Washington County. This is something we do every year that we really like to recognize all the service that is given to our community from all aspects. And at this time, Dean, if you please read
I
that.
would be honored to read that proclamation. I'd also like to make a comment that the state of Utah consistently leads the nation in volunteer and donations of voluntary time, which I think is outstanding. So this is proclamation number 2017-4, National Service Recognition Day in Washington County. Whereas service to others is a hallmark of the American character and central to how we meet our challenges, and whereas the nation's counties are increasingly turning to service organized by AmeriCorps and Senior Corps and national service and volunteerism as a cost-effective strategy to meet county needs. And whereas AmeriCorps and Senior Corps participants address the most pressing challenges facing our communities, from educating students for the jobs of the 21st century and supporting veterans and military families to providing health services and helping communities recover from natural disasters. And whereas national service expands economic opportunity by creating more sustainable, resilient communities and providing education, career skills, and leadership abilities for those who serve. And whereas AmeriCorps and Senior Corps participants serve in more than 50,000 locations across the country, bolstering the civic, neighborhood, and faith-based organizations that are so vital to our economic and social well-being. And whereas national service participants increase the impact of the organizations they serve, both through their direct service and by managing millions of additional volunteers. And whereas national service represents a unique public-private partnership that invests in community solutions and leverages non-federal resources to strengthen community impact and increase the return on taxpayer dollars. And whereas National service participants demonstrate commitment, dedication, and patriotism by making an intensive commitment to service, a commitment that remains with them in their future endeavors. And whereas the Corporation for National and Community Service shares a priority with county officials nationwide to engage citizens, improve lives, and strengthen communities, and is joining with the National Association of Counties and county officials across the country for the County Recognition Day for National Service on April 4th, 2017. Therefore, be it resolved that the County Commission of Washington County, Utah do hereby proclaim April 4th, 2017 as National Service Recognition Day and encourage residents to recognize and the positive impact of national service in our county, to thank those who serve, and to find ways to give back to their communities. That's the resolution.
You want to pass the resolution?
Yeah, I would make that motion that we pass resolution R-2017-4.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Item 3 is consideration of resolution number R-2017-2171, a resolution amending Washington County's general fees for services for the Washington County Clerk Auditor's Office. And it's Cami, please.
Okay, we are looking at getting a debit and credit card machine, and along with that goes fees. And so instead of adding fees to everything that we offer, we are wanting to just up our marriage license fees from $30 to $35, and that should cover the fees that will be with that. So that's the only change on that.
I know I've had a lot of requests actually about accepting credit cards, so I think
Yes.
this is a good thing.
It is, yes.
Okay, I'd make a motion to approve resolution number R-2017-2171, a resolution amending the Washington County general fees for services of the Washington County Clerk Auditor's Office.
I'll second the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Thank you.
You know, I used to issue marriage licenses, and that was the easiest time I've ever had getting money out of people, because they're so happy and they're so, cheerful, and they're like, they don't even think about the money. They just write that. So,
This is the best part of my job.
Item number 4 is consideration of resolution number R-2017-2172, a resolution approving a juvenile public defender agreement between Christopher Pearson and Washington County. And, I've kind of taken public defenders. You want to come up and introduce yourself?
Absolutely, that's me. I'm Christopher Pearson. So,
Please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Christopher Pearson, I guess pertinent to the juvenile contract, I've been helping Ben since September, October, in anticipation of him getting a job at the State Department, and have taken it over since the 6th or the 5th he left for Washington, D.C. And so I'm familiar with the clients. It's an easy transition, and be happy to do it.
Mr. Chairman, I've had a chance to review Mr. Pearson's resume, and he comes highly recommended by Doug Terry, who is the attorney who coordinates these efforts with us for our public defenders. And so I would make a motion that we approve resolution 2017-2172, a resolution approving a juvenile public defender agreement between Christopher Pearson and Washington County.
I'll second that also. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you, and thank you for helping us out on that.
Thank you.
Item number 5 is consideration of resolution number R-2017-2173, a resolution approving a professional service contract with Marcus G. Faust for assistance in promotion of Washington County interests to the U.S. government. Mr. Faust is currently helping the Washington County Clerk and Servicing District and also St. George City. So since our interests kind of align there, we we thought it'd be good to have us all three line up.
Okay. I've had an opportunity to meet with Mr. Faust as well. He's extremely knowledgeable, and one of the things that impressed me is he has fostered and built good relationships on both sides of the aisle, which is very valuable as we're looking to promote agendas, items that are important to the county's residents. And so I would make a motion that we approve resolution R 2017-2173, a resolution approving a professional services contract with Marcus G. Faust for assistance in the promotion of Washington County interests to the U.S. government.
I'll second that. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Item number 6 is consideration of resolution number R-2017-2174, a resolution amending the fees for services for the Washington County Regional Park. I see Gary's back there. I'd like to come up and
Hi.
Hi.
No, just, I didn't even bring the little sheet. What was the question? I didn't have.
So-
Go ahead.
Oh, we're talking about amending the fees that you charge out there at the Washington County Regional Park, and that's your department. So
What we do out there, try to be very competitive. The marketplace is tough, and so what we do is we analyze what we think we can get away with price-wise. When we built the facility, there was 3 fairgrounds that had indoor arenas and did much. Now there's over 20 of them. So we have to be competitive. We go after a market. We try to bring fresh money into the community, which we bring probably 7 or 8 million into the community. And then we try to cash flow besides. So we analyze the amount of money that we're charging. We compare with other facilities that are comparable to ours and come up with something we think is fair and that will pass when we send out our contracts.
So this list of fees takes into consideration the infrastructure costs that the county has and our personnel, and do you feel comfortable that we're able to recapture those fees with this proposal?
I think we have shown in the past, we're very careful there. We're the only fairgrounds I know in the state that's in the black as far as M&O. So we weigh everything, our cost versus our income.
I mean, you do a great job out there.
Thank you, Gary.
Thanks.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve resolution R-2017-2174, which is a resolution amending the fees for services for the Washington County Regional Park.
I'll second the motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Item number 7, consideration of resolution number R-2017-2175, a resolution approving an interlocal cooperation agreement between Apple Valley and Washington County regarding the improvements and maintenance of the Big Plains Road. Eric?
So, this is kind of a fun one where there's been a road in our county that's needed some help for a long time. But it's in Apple Valley, and Apple Valley is one of our newer incorporated areas, and they just have really limited resources. So the county, the town was willing to have the county come out there. Dean's back here, his crew's been out there for most of the last month, and you probably finished that now, Dean.
One more day.
So they're just finishing up work so that there'll be, rather than a mud bog from the highway out to the Gooseberry Mesa mountain biking area, there will now be a passable road that'll be great year round.
So basically what we're saying is the county, along with Apple Valley, has a vested interest in maintaining a portion of that road, and we've had sole responsibility for a portion of it. And Apple Valley's had responsibility for the balance of that to the main junction there at Great Plains. But because of Apple Valley's limited resources, and if I'm correct, one of the great biking destinations in the county is out on the Gooseberry Mesa. And I was really amazed when I heard Mr. Kyle at the BLM tell us how many visitors we had coming into the county to utilize these off-road trails. It was very eye-opening, and I think he used the number about 50,000 visits. And so I think this agreement is a good agreement for the county where we can use some of the equipment that we're out there maintaining our portion of the road, but we can also take care of a little bit of Apple Valley's piece to make it so that a car can actually access the Gooseberry Recreation Area that lies within the county. And so I would make a motion that we approve Resolution 2017-2175, which is a resolution approving an interlocal cooperation agreement between Apple Valley and Washington County regarding the improvement and maintenance of the Big Plains Road.
I'll second the motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Item number 8, approval of a resolution number R-2017-2176, a resolution approving the acquisition of 2 Caterpillar motor graders to be used by the county for a public works project. And Dean, Ron said that you would be presenting today.
I just been for questions, more support, I guess, in case any questions.
Why don't you come up and tell us about
come-
these 2 graders?
Tell us what you have now, tell us how you're going to do and how it'll help you.
Don't hide your excitement, you're getting Senator Tom.
So I'm Dean Wolfson, I'm the road superintendent. This year we got 1 grader that's 20 years old. We want to trade in. That's the Holman grader. That's the next item. I don't know if you want to go through them individually or how you want to do it. But the Holman grader, which is the next one, the next item.
Tell us about both of them.
Yeah,
and then I'll make a
the
motion.
Caterpillars.
Sounds good.
So the Caterpillars, we purchased one last year. It's a 2016. It was on a 1-year buyback. We paid $246,415.73. It was on a 1-year buyback. They guaranteed us that same price as we traded in a year later.
And so you're trading it
So
in.
we're trading it in for
And
another
so we got a full year's use on it last year,
Yes,
and it was essentially at no charge other than the fuel and
exactly. There's no upkeep, no nothing, because everything's under warranty. So that one we're trading straight across for another new one. There's no money to be exchanged at all on that one. The
perfect.
price of the new machine will be the same price, so. The other grader that was coming from Wheeler, it's a 2013 grader, and it was on a 4-year buyback, which give us 4 years to operate the machine, or up to 4,000 hours. We're trading that one in. The new machine again will cost $246,415. They're giving us $213,000 for that 4-year buyback. That was a guaranteed price.
Now, how many hours did we put on that?
On that one, we had, I had that written down here somewhere.
Fewer than 4,000, I
Yes,
assume.
it was definitely, it was right at 3,000, I think, it was 2,900 something.
And so,
By the time,
the difference divided by the number of hours is still a very good deal for the
definitely,
county.
yeah, so we've ran that machine for 4 years, got 3,000 hours out of it, we're only have to come up with $33,000, the new grader, so.
That's about $8 an hour,
Yeah,
which
that's-
is a really good
Really
price
good.
for
That's
a
really good.
piece of heavy equipment.
So that grader, when we traded in, we get the new one, these are gonna be on the same buyback plans, they'll be on a 1-year buyback on both of the new graders, so when we trade them in a year, they're the exact same price as we bought them for again. So, new graders might go up next year, they can't guarantee a price on what a new grader will be, but they're guaranteeing us that price that we paid for it, the same price.
Is there ever any advantage in looking at, say, that 4-year agreement like we did on the one, even though it costs us $8 an hour, we get price certainty for a 4-year period of
They do
time?
give us the option of different prices, which you do just have to come up with more money, so the 1-year buyback's a lot better deal where we don't have to come up with any money.
Okay.
So that's on them too, if you guys understand that one.
All right, thank you for that explanation. I'd like to make a motion that we approve resolutions R-2017 and 2176 and 2017-2177 for the purchase of 2 Caterpillar motor graders to be used by the county for public works projects.
I'll second the motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, thank you, Dean. Appreciate you coming
There's
in.
still one more on there, if you want me to explain the next one too.
Well, I did both motions,
Yeah, he
so
There's 3 graders we're getting,
That
only
was
one
for
or
the-
2.
Right,
Last one's a John Deere.
so 2 on one and 1 on the other.
right.
Yeah, so do you guys understand the John Deere one?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we're buying 3.
Yep, perfect. All right, so at the end, we have a commissioner report, and at this time, I would like to invite Corey Pulsifer, our sheriff, and Daryl Cashin up here. So one of the things that we get to do as commissioners, and it's always quite fun, is we go around and recognize our employees. And at every 5-year increments, we go as commissioners and shake their hand and thank you for the service they perform. And it just happens that both years are coming up. So for Daryl, we have 15 years, and Corey, 30 years.
30 years?
30 years in law enforcement for our county. And so we go around, we give these things, we shake their hands and say, thank you so much. Thank you. That's amazing. Thank you.
You know, 30 years for Zach seems like forever, but I remember when the sheriff went to work in the county, so pretty close to it. That's
I think we first met on a search and rescue call.
in the 80s.
So the amount of work, so I often say when I came to the commission, one of the things that, an area that I didn't know a lot about was law enforcement. And so I spent some time with the sheriff's office, and it's amazing how much time these gentlemen put in. How they have to leave their families in the middle of the night sometimes. If there's an emergency call out, they get it. They're on standby basically all the time. And so, I mean, even though you've spent a lot of years here, the work that you've done for our county in that amount of time, I can't express how much we appreciate it. So thank you.
Very appreciated.
Do you have anything?
I don't have any other business.
Okay, with that, we're at the end of our agenda. So at this time, the meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much.